Can we hear Dirkie?
We can hear Dirkie. We should be able to hear me, and we are good. And swap back onto this stream, and here we are. What is going on, everyone? Johnny Allen first in today. How are we, mate? Stephen Gordon's in nice and early.
That's a load of crap. Where's my streak gone?
I was going to say, Dirkie's became a channel member for the first time.
Well, better not do that to me.
Channel member for the first time. Thank you, Dalus. That's very generous of you, mate.
Just found this channel yesterday, mate, so I wanted to show some support. You know what I mean?
You know about here, eh?
Yeah, I'm new around here. Thanks for having me on and all that, mate. You know what I mean?
Right, chat. What are we saying? Stephen saying apparently this PSV are better than this lot. I mean, the last time they played against each other, PSV put 5 past them, and they only finished 2 points behind them in the league. Ajax have sold a couple of boys, and they now, of course, have Calvin Bassey, which is going to be weird to watch today. He is playing left. I think he's playing. I don't know, because Dalus Lint, he sometimes plays centre half, sometimes plays left back as well for him. So I think him and Bassey will literally just interchange a lot throughout the game. So you know, at some point during the game, Calvin Bassey's going to be bombing down this left wing, so he's going to be faced up against Tav at right back, and let's see.
He's probably just going to be laughing as he runs past Tav. Let's be real here.
Tav needs to be on it today if he's
100%.
if he's wanting to deal with an informed Calvin Bassey. Still raging for the weekend, of course. It's a little bit soon after the weekend. This game, you can look at it two ways. A lot of people are like, FFS, I can't be arsed with this. It's like, well, not can't be arsed with it. It's like you're still deflated and you're waiting you're waiting for Rangers to react. Like if Ajax just come out and score in like the first 5 minutes, the feeling just continues. But then if you come out here and Rangers start actually performing well, look like creating a couple of chances early, you're like, oh okay, starting to build right into it. But then at the same time, you also have the people that are like, this is the perfect response. Got it in the description. It's like games of this type of magnitude it can be the ideal response after losing in that way to the rivals at the weekend. I mean, this is you've got Napoli at home, you've got Aberdeen away. It's massive. Magnus, welcome in. Good
and then of course they
game.
were talking about it in the pre-show there in BT as well. A double dunter against Liverpool right in the middle of the group stages is not the easiest midpoint for the group either.
Yep.
So this game's very important.
Magnus, what do you think the score will be? I'll be interested to hear.
Unfortunately, 1-0. It's one each, 2-1 Rangers. Johnny, we're on the same page with the score, but I've got it going 2-1 Ajax when we're away, unfortunately. Not gonna lie.
I would not be surprised to see us win 3-0, and I would not be surprised to see us lose 5-0 today. I do not think it's going to be a tight game. I think one team are going to run away with it, depending on who turns up. I don't think it's going to be a tight game. And I don't think anyone's going to sit back. Obviously, I'm not going to sit back. I don't see us sitting back in this style of game against I think we might end up sitting back a lot more against like Liverpool, because the way they play it kind of forces to do it. But against Ajax, I just see us being back and forth. Alright, mate, we hear you. We hear you, pal.
You say that, but look at what happened at the weekend. We were slow. We had absolutely nothing going. They came out, pressed the issue. We're playing with pace, momentum. Like, if we come out and play like that again, like you said, I can see it being a 5-0. If we come out and play like we did at the weekend.
How was Antball up close yesterday? I mean, looked extremely poor, didn't it? But you're against, well, hard to argue, the best team in the world, so yeah. Just saying, unfortunately, 1-0 Ajax, don't see it after the thumping. I see there are goals in this for sure. Let's just run over the team as we are 4 or 5 minutes away from kickoff now, and it is only one change from the weekend for Rangers. It's Davis comes out for right, which allows Tillman to come in and play in the middle, which he's far better playing in there. We look far better when he's playing in there, so I'm happy with that. but it's a lot of faith put in them other players, because it is Gio saying, right, okay, I'll give you one chance, or a chance, to come out here and prove that was a one-off, whatever, and here's the stage to try and write it for the fans, write it for yourselves. We'll see what version of them turns up today, because it's a massive, massive goal. I mean, how many of them could you have dropped? Honestly, you could have dropped near enough all of them. Or in fact, all of them. You could have dropped all of them for that game, and no one would have been surprised, honestly. They were that bad. But McLaughlin is, of course, going to be a big talking point. It's from what you've seen, I don't think him or McGregor should be there. I've tweeted out after the last game, I think Robin McCrory should be getting his chance. I mean, we should have been going out and getting a new goalkeeper anyway, but we didn't. The board's now paying for that. Walking out, atmosphere. Yep. The atmosphere, unsurprisingly, at the GC Arena looks absolutely fantastic, man.
Credit to the Ajax. Well, I mean, you had a bit of experience with the Ajax boys at the PSV game, didn't you? Because there were a couple of them in we used.
Yeah, the Ajax boys were very nice to us when we were down playing PSV. They were in their way end. They were pleasant lunatics, is a way to describe them. Pleasant lunatics, and a good way.
They were nice lunatics when you were on their side.
Yep.
Today we don't know how. We don't know. We'll see.
I imagine walking about, but obviously,
that's
it's going to be friendly walking about.
That's heartbreaking seeing Bassey in that lineup in Ajax colours, man. That's heartbreaking.
It will be a friendly atmosphere walking about the city today.
Yeah.
For sure, man. There'll be some, you know what I mean, there's going to be some. Yeah, I've done a stadium tour, Magnus, but going for a game is something I've always wanted to do. This was literally just, I was praying that the fixtures worked out that Ajax was not the first game, and it was the first game. It was the only game that I couldn't make.
Only game both of us couldn't do. If it was any other game, I could have done it as well. But that does answer your question for the start of the watch along. Reece Bassey's playing at that centre back position, not left back today.
Yeah.
Got blind playing out on the left.
Have you seen that?
Let's hope he plays like he's blind. I mean, a lot of the players are worried, right? It's top players, man. It's top players. It's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a really good game for the neutral to watch as well. Yeah. I hope so, anyway.
Staley wins the wedding. There's a talking point.
Aye. Our man's not a boyfriend anymore, he's a fiance.
Oh, mate,
do you say it the same way? Do you say it the same way for guys and girls?
You pronounce it like when you say it, you say fiance. Like,
yeah, I think it's like one extra E for one of them or something.
2 E's for the woman, 1 E for the guy.
Aye.
I believe. Yeah.
Aye.
Oh, Hannah's like, Cheers, Dean. We got it. Hannah came to when we watched the unfortunate game at the weekend. We were out to watch that together, and people were going up and congratulating us for that. So Hannah was buzzing with that. She was like, "Oh, thank you." Right, this Rangers screen's on screen for me now. I'll tell you as soon as this goes away. That's that way.
What, you've just got the lineup up?
It's just went away, the Rangers team.
Fuck yeah. Sorry for the language, but Jesus.
Because you can't even...
Just a bit of kick off from me, mate.
I'm not near that yet. How are we sorting this? I mean, it's got the watch from start thing. I don't know if you can then go along.
I was about to say, can I pause it, rewind it?
Must be something you can do.
No, I don't think it's letting me. Yeah, I've just kicked off.
I'm not there yet.
Let me know when you kick off.
There.
It's odd that there's this much of a delay between us two. There's normally not that much of a delay with us.
We'll both just refresh at the same time. See what it does.
Control F5. Boom.
Alright, I have refreshed.
Watch. 20 seconds for me.
Count.
25, 26, 27.
I am 1 second in front of you now. That's fine. That's better.
Aye, that's fine though, with the Discord delay by the time anything you say comes through to me.
I'm hitting 38, 39,
now.
40, 41.
Mate,
42.
as you're saying it, I'm in time with you, so we're good.
Right, perfect. Sorry guys, that's us, we're sorted.
Bit of an issue there, but yeah.
See, I was debating when to wear this top, by the way, for the game, because Ajax were red and white, but Aberdeen are also kind of red and white for the weekend, so I was like, oh, do you know what I mean?
Aye.
So yeah, Bassey is left centre half. As you
Mate, the atmosphere there is...
Different gravy, man. Honestly, this would have been obviously the perfect game, but I guess I'll just need to go to an Ajax versus PSV game or whatever if I can somehow get tickets for that.
Yeah.
It's a good ball in behind. Tav kind of caught out a bit. Kamara tracking back well.
Magnus, if you're still in here, what would be a good game for us to come over for? Let us know. What would be a good game to come over for?
It's just the big boys in it. It's Feyenoord, if you can also somehow get it, then
Aye.
PSV. Me and Hannah always say this. We swear Dutch people are the easiest to look at and say they're Dutch. Like, it is. You can
Or
mistake
Germans.
like
I find it with Germans quite a lot.
Portuguese for someone else and Spanish for something, but like, I think a Dutch person just looks so Dutch, and it's like, if that makes sense.
Good question. We'll have to think about it. Ooh, there we go. We'll get a well thought out answer from Magnus. He'll let us know a good game to go for.
What do you think of the ticket situation? What one? The tickets for Ajax or the Champions League group tickets, or because with Rangers there's always a ticket issue, mate.
I mean, on the plus side, they've now tried updating the ticket office and hours.
Tillman trying to get space to shoot. Defended well.
Yeah, forced him backwards. Does well. Kent's the ball there though. Kent's the ball quite. Too slow. Kent's closed down by now. Tillman's
East
the ball there.
side.
Kent.
Welcome in east side. Scott Wright against Calvin Bassey. Mate, I've just realised it's Scott Wright charging Calvin Bassey.
Mate,
imagine they getting their shoulder to shoulder.
If you told me that last season, I'd never have believed it.
They two have been at that plenty of times in training.
Aye.
Must be a weird feeling for Calvin Bassey, especially soon you've left on good terms. You know what I mean?
And then you're playing them literally like a month later or something.
You've left on good terms. You were a bit of a hero at the time. Obviously, he's not a Rangers legend. He was nowhere near here long enough, but bit of a fan favourite at the time.
Hero
when
of the
left.
moment. Hero of the moment. Yeah.
Lachlan Long for Cholak. The header is not great. Gives Lundstrom a bit of work to do. Ajax come out on top of it.
Tillman and Lundstrom both tracking back though.
All the jerseys all the way in India. Used to
live in Scotland, been to Ibrox many
Yeah,
times.
it's good stuff, man.
Nice.
What game are you coming for?
Pass. Tillman out. Tillman out. Okay, fine. Tillman needs to come out to that man. Tillman's not going. Kent leaves his man, and that's what leads to that cross. Kent having to leave his man gives Ajax the easy out.
I thought it was a handball. Yeah, it was a handball.
Yep.
I'm surprised. Nice Indian place to see. East side. Glasgow. Well, Scotland is obsessed with their Indian food, mate.
That's the thing, though.
Indian restaurant in every other street in Glasgow.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. That's the thing, though. It's like, for what I'm told, though, as well, like, UK Indians are nothing like the curries and stuff like that you'll actually get in India.
Well, probably
it's
not.
Like a UK, yeah.
Because we order like Chinese food, but it's like nothing like what. Well, obviously it is a bit, but it's like Chinese people most of the time won't just order what we would order from a Chinese here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so different.
Goldson down, holding his face.
I don't think there's much in that.
Nah.
It was just backed into him a bit, yeah.
I think Goldson just went through the guy's arm to win the ball there.
Yeah, he's alright.
Just straight through his arm for the ball. Have I missed something? Just silly pop. David! Have you not got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or anything? The big man popped the question at the bridge in Central Park. He done it in style.
Hannah's been buzzing to come in here because she was like, because I've not done a bunch of organisations, she's like, oh, David and Gordon, they're all going to be buzzing.
Alright. Gordon, be quiet. We're trying not to let people know that.
We'll show you the...
David, Steely actually shat it and Hannah asked him. That's the way it actually went. They just rigged the
pictures
photos
and videos at half time. Because I know there's not many of them, but there's a couple that will be interested in that. So I'll keep that for half time. Antonio Cholak has just had a welcome to Amsterdam there.
Bassey's in his ear there. This was my club before yours, mate. Bang! See ya. You'd believe
Not
that.
be interesting, but...
Oh, man.
And I hope I see it later on. Morelos coming on. Morelos against Bassey at the back. That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting little scrap. Morelos will probably end up just punching him, but honestly, it wouldn't even surprise me. Which was the worrying thing.
Well, Bassey doing what we absolutely loved. Picks that ball up, drives forward with it, and he's still sitting forward. Oh, man.
Good ball for Tadic.
Kent does well, though, tracking the man back. Tillman, look over your shoulder, mate. Look over your shoulder.
Yeah, I understand his side. Don't worry. I understand. Decent,
bit of a forced ball. I mean, it was a bit of a forced ball for McLaughlin there. He wasn't really left with a lot of options, but...
You know what I was laughing at yesterday, mate? Is, see, like, when... Like, we're passing the ball around the back and stuff, like passing it in our own 6-yard box and stuff. You're going, oh my god, it's terrifying. But see, yesterday when you were watching Madrid do it, it was so calm. They were like, this is just, like, what's the panic? There's no panic. Obviously, it's just a different world, in it, like the players and the quality between us. But
one of their players is worth their squad, basically.
It was, man. Like, they were getting pressed off like 4 or 5 Celtic players in their own like 6-yard box, and Courtois and Militao, and that's like, chill, mate, just relax, just pass it round them, nice and easy. Whereas we're all having heart attacks seeing anyone near the goal, like, punt it, get it there.
I'm 5 yards away from you, get rid of it! Manchester to do Liverpool at Ibrox.
See, I know it's something we could talk about a bit more, especially after this game, to see about how this game goes, but what do we actually think of the group? Because since the group's been announced, I've not had a watch along, have we? Don't think.
No, we've not had a watch along since. No.
First corner of the game goes to Ajax here.
Let's hope we've worked on corners a bit in training.
These have been an issue for us. We've had that Rangers away and it's filled up a good bit now. There's like a wee bit of space.
Must
at the
have just
back
been
left
queues.
corner,
Must have been queues at the gate or something.
The back left corner's got a bit of space and that's it. It's played short. Tadic whips it in. It's a good ball. It's a free header. He should do better. Oh man, is it Timber? Yeah, he should have done better there.
Whose man is it?
No one's.
Does Lundstrom come with him there? Does Tillman need to get, like, I don't know. He was kind of just a spare man floating about there, but we had 3 players in the front post. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a total free header, by the way.
Aye.
These corners are extremely worrying. Anytime anyone gets a corner against us right now, you're like, ugh.
It reminds me of, what was it, 2 seasons ago? 2 seasons ago, we were absolutely horrendous at defending corners.
2 seasons? I don't think 2 seasons ago, mate. 2 seasons ago was 55. We were good at everything then.
No, there was that little. I mean, we weren't playing horrendous. We weren't playing horrendous by any means, but there was that little dip after New Year where obviously we weren't losing, we were still winning, but it's like we were scraping by wins.
Across here, this is a nice 1-2. It's worked well into the box. Goldson clears.
Well done, Goldson. Only
well
goes as far as the edge of the box though. Bassey picks it up, running forward with it. Finds Blind.
They're going. Shots dragged wide.
Ooh. Don't think anything's beyond us in Europe. Europa League, Gordon, I'd be on side with you, but I mean, European competitions, it's like there's a bit of glory in all of them, but you know, I mean, this is the big daddy. This is just the different gravy. Champions League football's
big daddy.
Always going to be. Champions League football, doesn't matter who you are, is going to be a struggle.
This
Reminds me,
group
actually, I
is
was watching.
interesting, by the way. Like, we have the group of death. Like, there's Celtic fans will obviously try to argue it, but we obviously have the group of death here. Like, I would not be surprised at anyone finishing. Oh, right. We're not going to finish top of the group, right? But out of everyone else,
put that out there before it gets clipped out of context. Let's just put that out there.
But everyone else is. Anyone could finish top. Anyone could finish bottom between Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli. Like, honestly, any of them.
Mm-hmm.
You'd expect it to be Liverpool, but I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool came fourth. Like, with Liverpool's consistency than now.
It depends. Do you get the Liverpool that won 9-0, or do you get the Liverpool that lost to the laughingstock of the league, Man United? Like, what Liverpool are you going to get?
Like, you'd love to get through these, but our realistic goal is coming at least third. That's it. Got to take advantage in our home games. We're wanting to beat Napoli and Ajax at home. If we beat Napoli and Ajax at home, and then get a draw maybe with Liverpool, and then you sneak a win at any of the other ones, that's you. You're guaranteed that. Even if we do what I've just said there at Ibrox, that should be enough for third, I think.
Mm-hmm. What means first, second, third, or last? So Gordon, your Valeria, unfortunately, due to copyright, we cannot. If we were to show the game, channel would just get shut down instantly. Full stream would be gone. So due to copyright reasons, we can't show the game, unfortunately.
Ajax trying one off the training ground, which didn't pay off.
Yeah.
We had a wee counter chance from a corner, but again, we're turning back. No quick counter. And it's watching it as well.
Kent was the only one there, no support whatsoever.
That was the difference in watching us and them and outs as the attacking is Celtic. See that corner chance there? We've turned. They would have had 4 or 5 players bombing at us there, bombing up the pitch, and Gent had no one, had to turn back. That part is so poor now. But Tillman's trying to do it all. Then out. Strike from Cholak, falls to Kamara. Awkward bounce. It's taking a bit too long.
I think he was just waiting on someone to come in and help him there.
Oh, Kamara wasn't expecting it.
Kamara wasn't expecting it, but Borna just had it like a rocket off him as well.
Flick up rather than I passed it now.
I'd like to have seen Kent maybe try to drift off his guy and create a bit more space out wide there as well, though, on that.
Tillman drifting out wide here. Look, so we've got right in the middle right now, and Tillman out wide right. I think they're just going to be interchanging a bit through the game.
I think it's just going to be that free-floating 3 behind Cholak. Just do whatever they want.
I know, he's not quick. Do you know what he's like? He reminds me, obviously, again, no one near that level, but he reminds me of De Bruyne, like the build of him, the way he moves, and like he's thinking. He's obviously got a million miles to go to get to De Bruyne's level, but the way he plays, it's like a younger De Bruyne.
I see what you're saying. Can we just get Prime De Bruyne out of him though, please? I'd like that right now.
Yeah,
I'd like Prime De Bruyne coming out of him.
Berger's trying to cut it across. James Sands trying to shoot for a goal kick there, I think. Bassey, don't mind you playing for them on that there, but no goals, please. Not a corner here. Oh, 1-0 Ajax. It was not Bassey, but it's Edson Alvarez in the corners. The thing that we're talking about earlier. Yep. Every time a team gets a corner against us right now, we look like we're in danger. They've had a free header earlier, and bang, header this time. Doesn't look too contested. We're so poor at these corners.
Looks, to be fair as well though, it looks like Ajax just overloaded that spot, crowded the players out as well. So there wasn't really anyone that could get up to contest them.
Let's see.
But
it's uncontested. It's James Sands. Yeah. Sands just looked at him. Sands has just watched him there. That is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. James Sands.
That's that inexperience to Sands coming in there. But even at that, you'd think with it, like, keep on your man. But
that's James Sands there for me, by the way. 100% James Sands. Well, I said it wasn't going to be a close game, whatever way it went.
Aye.
And I've got the fear that it could be the other way now.
You said it would either be 5-0 Ajax or 3-0 Rangers. If it continues in current trends, well, have fun scoring Ajax. Thoughts on how the game's going? Yeah, mate. I'll be honest with you. Other than the corners, it's looked pretty even. The first corner first corner that they got, again, open header. And second corner they get, same thing again. Sands just rooted to the spot, doesn't move. Free header for Ajax again. Oh no, Gordon, that's the thing though, we're not saying that, but in that situation, Sands does not stay with his player at all. He literally stays in the spot and watches him. Yeah. That specific goal's on Sands. He looked at his guy run past him. Just watched him,
said, I'm
didn't
no following you. Didn't challenge him. Good header, keeper's got no chance there. Can't blame McLaughlin.
We don't usually score a lot from corners, funnily enough.
Well, welcome to playing Rangers, mate. Just play for corners and you'll beat us.
No, Jamie, we 100% do not. And I mean, there's... It's difficult because when something like that happens, you always want someone to blame. You always look for the reason. You always want something that you can put the finger at and say it's cause of this. But you can say individual players in certain games didn't track their run, their player, whatever. But when that's a consistent thing, you then need to ask, does that come from the backroom staff? Is it something that just doesn't get addressed? Obviously, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. This is purely speculation. But when it becomes a trend, you've got to start thinking, is there something more to it than just the players making that split-second decision? But I mean,
whoever you support, you mean?
No, he said he's a Liverpool and Rangers fan, so that's his issue.
Oh,
he's
wait,
a Liverpool and a
sorry,
Rangers fan. Aye.
Hope for a draw, mate.
Aye, that's the best way. If you support both,
John
ask for a
McLaughlin
draw.
stops it being 2 for Ajax there. Nice little link-up play in the box.
Yep. What a hit! Like, as much as okay, Sands let the guy. What a header that was, though. By the way, for that corner, that thing was a bullet. That thing was in the corner before I could even blink.
Tillman clears the header away.
Well,
we didn't concede from a corner, guys. Well done.
Hibs fan. Stranger things have happened in Europe. You know what I mean? You were saying earlier, you can see us getting something tonight. Stranger things have happened in Europe. We've overturned score deficits many times before, but the players need to wake up. That's like what?
I mean,
that's like 3 times on Kent now.
I have said this since the semi-final against Hibs when he came out and said he doesn't have hunger. I have said that he should not be at this club anymore, and I stand by it. But I've gave up even trying to say it because it's just repetitive. You know he's going to start. So I have said it since then. It's on record me saying that. I don't think he has the mentality to play for Rangers. Would you reckon be a good placement for you guys in the group this season? 3rd, mate, 100%. 3rd is the realistic goal of what Rangers are aiming for.
Is it still the thing 3rd drops down to Europa?
3rd goes into the knockout stages of the Europa League.
Yeah.
Oh, good chance for Ajax this. It's good play. They've tried to overplay it a bit too much though.
Well done for Lundstrom there, though, getting in the way.
Yeah, they're looking to take the piss out of the wee bit here, Ajax.
Yep.
Every time they attack, it looks...
Lundstrom does well there, man, just to get in a little bit, just distract them. Oh, come on, right?
Ajax 4th.
I don't think
I think the group is going to be...
I reckon it'll be Liverpool Ajax, maybe.
I think it'll be Ajax first. I think Liverpool will come second with their current form. Is that we have chance here? No, it's not fair, kindly. What a waste.
Ball's offside, he can't go for that. Oh my god.
Ajax first, Liverpool second, Rangers 3rd, Napoli 4th. That's that prediction. Can't believe the state of that corner, mate, how bad that is. That is...
Oh no, I know.
I think we have a chance to win the league. Do you think we have I mean, chance to win the league, yes. Chance. Do you think we have a better squad? No. I think our starting 11 can be a match when they play at their best, but we do not have a better squad now. No, they have better players off the bench.
Let's be real here, like... the only good bit of business we done in summer was Tillman and Sholak. They're the only 2 that have paid any dividends so far. But you could argue, would Alfie have been scoring if he was starting over Cholak? Because we know... come on, boys. Come on, boys.
Lundstrom away. Mate, every single time they attack, look what it's going to be a goal. Every single time.
We need a lot of signings. I think we need about
Gio came out in his interview
again
yesterday and backed not signing players. He backed not signing anyone, said he's still happy with the squad. I'm like, that's worrying to me. To me, that is worrying. Thank you, lad.
It's one of, like, this is the thing. I get where Gio's
looking for the cutback.
Love that for Kent, though,
Still
the tracking
there.
Love that for Kent. Well done, Tav.
Tillman, what are you doing,
Tillman.
mate? What are you doing?
New centre backs, new keeper, proper right winger. Yep.
Play the youths. Play the youths. You came out of this, if you lose 4-5-0 today, man, I swear, go into Aberdeen and play the youths. At least you're, I don't know if Lowry's fully fit yet, but McCann's, like, they need a shot, man.
Mate, that's what I'm going to say. Genuinely, if Lowry was fit, instead of playing two holding midfielders and Tillman in front of them, Lundstrom on his own as a holding midfielder, Tillman and Lowry.
I agree, Jamie.
Kent on the right, Matondo on the left.
Possibly.
I
don't know. Ajax again. They should have made it 2.
Should be 2-0, yep. They were offside there anyway, but...
Was he? No one there.
No, the flag was up, but...
The pass is so poor. Yeah.
I don't know if that's one of those ones where they've maybe thought the shot was the pass. Kent can't be any worse than the right.
I think Kent deserves dropped now. He's got no one else. Unless you bring in Lowry and some youth wingers. Our attacking options are so bad. Like, the strikers were alright. Cholak and everyone else is fine options. But the wings and the company supporting for midfield is so poor.
The thing about Kent as well, though, is like when Kent's playing well and he's running at players, taking players on, he still gets absolute stick because he's the only guy that's actually going forward trying to create something. And when you're the only guy doing that, you're going to be losing the ball more. Like, that's just a natural byproduct of it. If you're going forward trying to create something with no sport, you're going to be losing the ball more. Now, don't get me wrong, do I think that means Kent...
Sloppy Ajax again. Good interception, Sands.
Yep.
Mate, I am not exaggerating when I say every single time they attack, they're going to score.
Yep,
like,
100%.
Look, genuinely, every single attack.
Tillman wasn't bad in the wing. Tillman plays better through the middle. Like, whenever we play Tillman outside... What's that?
I'm saying, talking about David there. I'm talking about best defender. I think he's talking about Ballard.
Yeah. No, like, the issue with Tillman's, it's the same thing we had with Hadji. Like, any time Hadji got played out wide, everyone was screaming, play him through the middle, he's better through the middle. And it's the same thing with Tillman. Tillman's night and day better through the middle than he is out wide. But again, that comes down to lack of investment in decent wingers.
I think letting Balogun go was a mental decision as well.
Yep, 100%. I'll be honest with you, mate. The way this game's going, I'll take 1-0 at half time.
You wouldn't have, man.
The way this game's going, I'd take 3-0 at half time. Let's be real here. They could easily be 4-0 up right now.
The ball. Kamara jimmed off it, nothing wrong here. And then Tillman sitting watching, you lazy arsehole! That pisses me off. See, when you try, I don't mind. You see that there? Actually spinning about, losing the ball, and just standing and watching the ball. We're about 10 yards away from you instead of getting stuck back in. If you lose the ball, yeah, fine. But get back in.
Yep.
Mistakes are fine, but lack of effort is not.
back, anything happened. I think you were here for the Ajax goal, Yummy, so no, not really. Other than the fact that Ajax looked like they should have had about 2 more, to be honest with you. Good ball in.
I think it's a no-brainer. For me personally, the Balogun's better than Goldson. Yeah, I think that's. For me personally, I don't think that's a debate.
This is the issue with Goldson. Goldson, technically, as a defender, like if you're talking the peak of ability, Goldson is.
Which, can we talk about peak of ability? Peak of ability,
like,
Goldson was 55 seasons playing in front of no fans where he had no pressure on him.
100%. But that's what I'm saying, like...
Oh my god, that's a stupid second goal he conceded. Out of everything, they've created some brilliant chances, but that's an annoying goal he conceded. He's tried to put it in at the far post, it's deflected off of, by the looks of the camera here, James Sands, who's sent the keeper the wrong way. That's an unfortunate way to like, I mean, we deserve to be 2-0 down, but you'd rather it was a good goal. That is just... Let's see it. Yeah, this will be 5-0 Ajax. I mean, I got my prediction right, you know. I mean, even the block attempts from Sands is poor. Just puts a wee toe on it rather than actually getting his body behind it. Just sends McLaughlin. It's an own goal, by the way. That's not even going in. It's a definite own goal. 100% an own goal. That was not going in.
Led Zepp cannot argue that at all.
That's definitely an own goal.
Jacko, mate, after the way Suter played when in that first game, I'd trust my sister's Doug at the back more than I'd trust Suter at the back.
Tav turned inside out. He's in the box. 3-0. Tav turned inside out. Oh my god. Tav, captain, by the way. Hang your head in shame. Hang your head in shame, Tav.
Fun night.
Commentator saying it's top draw. I mean, the finish was good, but from to be allowed the chance.
Europe's the only thing keeping Van Bronckhorst in the job. Yep. If we drop down, if we drop down into the Europa,
yeah, I tell you that now, mate. Him talking about being happy with the squad. See if I send up 6 and 7, I'd sack him tonight. I'd sack him tonight if I sends up 6 and 7 after the Old Firm.
Yep. And that's the thing, we were just saying there, mistakes are fine as long as you put in the effort. Like, Tav doesn't give up there. He's like, but make it a bit more challenging for the guy to get past you, please.
Probably watches that explained very well. Bit of both, mate. Ajax are just blowing us away, far better team, but I mean, right now Rangers are just fragile, so they're playing nowhere near themselves. 2 to Rangers. Nah, don't think so, mate.
Mate, at this point we look like we've struggled to...
Thinking before it, but like, I'm not even pissed off at him. I was saying to Hannah before it, mate. I was like, I said to you as well before the stream, I was like, mate, I wouldn't be surprised if we lost 5-0.
Oh, 100%. I'm not expecting...
This is where you start to feel sorry for the fans that I've travelled over about it. Like, I'd still wish I was there, but it's just so... The effort is so embarrassing, isn't it? Gleds, thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. But if you swapped the managers on Saturday, what do you think the result would have been?
If we had Ange and they had GVB, poofed.
It's a difficult question to answer, mate.
Ajax 3 on.
Celtic would have still won, but it wouldn't have been 4-0.
Mate, that's the thing. Gio, once we go down, he just looks like he goes into panic mode instantly. Honestly. Magnus, I appreciate you coming in, by the way. Also, Led, thank you for the 5. Magnus, thank you for the 22.
What it? Not my translator. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Whatever it is. Because I thought if it was Dutch, it would just say Euro.
Yes, Magnus, thank you for the £2. Appreciate it. But yeah, we try to do these for all the away games, really.
For all the away games that I can't get tickets to.
Yeah. But yeah, it's
having go.
It's one of those ones that comes with the territory. You get absolute howlers.
Hold on, pal. We've got a Hibs fan in the chat, slating Rangers for conceding 7 in a week. Celtic fans, I get it, by the like. Cool, we take the piss at you 55. You have every right to take the piss at us right now.
100%.
But a Hibs fan? Come on, pal. Come on now. Don't do it to yourself.
When's the last time Hibs done anything?
If it was Ibrox, it would be a different story. I don't know, mate.
Ibrox, I think, would only be 1-0 down right now the way we're playing.
On
the flip side, how do you make?
On you go, mate.
It's the same message I was reading, mate.
But just so we're both reading it.
But no, it's a valid point. It's a valid point, Lids. Like, Gio can make all the game plans. They can have A, B, C, D, all the way through Z plans. But if the players can't do the basics, it's not going to work. But at the same time, that then, like, Gio can make the plans, give it to the players. If the players aren't performing, at that point, it's then back onto Gio to do something about it. Now, I completely understand Gio can't just go out and sign whoever the heck he wants. That money's got to come from somewhere. If the board aren't going to invest in it, there's nothing much you can do at that point. Obviously, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors, so this is all speculation. But Gio's got to be ruthless. To an extent, if someone's had an amazing run of form and they have a couple of game bad streak or whatever, I can understand having faith in the player to get back to that form, whatever, blah, 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 right? But when it's constant disappointment after disappointment, players looking like they don't want it, like they're not hungry, not even doing basic shit, Gio has to be ruthless at that point.
And I don't think he's any ruthless in him.
No,
he's not. He's far too nice.
He's not got it in him. He's not got it in him.
And again, you're saying we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. He could absolutely give them bollocks, mate, but I don't think 100%. It is. I don't think... See a thing about managers. Tell me the best managers in the world. Carlo Ancelotti, Klopp, Guardiola's. What? Conte, right? Mourinho.
The arrogant, hot-headed, loud.
All intimidating characters.
Yes.
Every one of them are intimidating. Like, people respect Gio, of course, he had an absolutely brilliant career and a great football player. But see, like, that intimidation thing, Alex Ferguson, as a manager, it's a big, big thing, man.
Yep. Oh, 100%. That's the thing as well. You've seen it when we've had our best players. Walter Smith. Aye. Walter took absolutely no crap in the dressing room.
Can you imagine? Nearly 4-0 there. Can you imagine Walter Smith had a hold on him at this half time here? Oh, man. They'd be back up with broken legs in the second half. You imagine Walter Smith got a hold of him at this half time?
See, Andrew, the one for me is Lundstrom that I 100% disagree with in that. Like, Lundstrom, he might not be the most technically gifted, he might not be our best player ability-wise, but he knows what it means and he's not afraid to get stuck in and do the hard stuff. All good and well saying Sergio, but who replaces him? I mean,
I hate this question. I don't know. That's why I don't get paid for that.
That's not our job. You know, that's not our job. Don't get me wrong, it's not our job to say whether Gio comes and goes as well. You know, I mean, like, but as a fan, you just want more for the club.
Mate, if it's there, the boy I want is the Bodo Glint manager.
The Glint manager.
However you pronounce them. If that's an option, that's what I would like next. That's realistic, of course.
Mate, I don't care who. I like at this point, like, obviously.
They're not going to sell Gio after this, but
no, they won't.
Say you go to Aberdeen at the weekend, you don't pick up 3 points. That has to be the final straw. If we go and drop any points at Pittodrie, that has to be it. That has to be the end of Gio.
I mean, mate, there's a lot I want to say about the club right now. I love Rangers fan through and through, but there's a lot I want to say about them right now, man.
Why not play Jack, CB? I don't know. I don't think he's got that in him. I'm not sure. But if you're talking about centre backs, give me Leon King on right now.
Right.
A boy that'll run through the wall for you. Proper fan. Yep, and do it. Give Bielsa the job. You imagine that madman here?
I mean, this is the thing. This is, like, don't get me wrong, Rangers are a club of traditions, cult. Like, there's a lot behind the doors, a lot outside of the football at Rangers. But I'm going to be honest with you. Get the fucking tradition of, oh, he's a staunch man, get him in, out the fucking window right now. I don't want a manager in just because, oh, they're staunch, they played for us, whatever. Give us a manager that's going to put out a team, and when they don't perform, fucking rip them apart and tear them a new one. I don't give a damn if a manager played for us for 10 years. I want a manager that's actually going to do the job. You know what I mean? All this, oh, I bet he's staunch. Who gives a...
Mate, Tuchel would be good, mate, but you need to be realistic, mate. We're not a team that Thomas Tuchel goes to.
Huh? Exactly that, mate. Staunch is only good if you can back it up. Well said, sure.
Graham Potter, I think he's going to go to... He wouldn't leave for us now anyway, he's too highly rated. I think he's about to go to Chelsea, mate.
The talks are he's going to Chelsea now.
I don't know how well. Man, he really looks fine to me. That's what it is. Graham Souness, I think he's too old. Don't think he's up for it. Ajax corner, look away. Look away! McLaughlin gets it.
Oh no, McLaughlin's it and gets it. See,
here's Empire.
Where was the message? Where was the message?
Jordan, literally, same thing right now.
Aye, Jamie. Aye, like
Jamie,
what you're saying
something
about McCrory,
to celebrate.
Like, I feel bad for McCrory. This is the thing. Like, he's not getting a game, which is like crap because the guy's proved that he can do it. But he's also in a really poor position. Like, he's in a poor position because he played those 2 games.
Mate, if I'm McCrory, I'm looking to be out in January, 100%.
100%.
Right now, with the state of our
but-
goalkeeping situation, I'm wanting out in January.
But this is what I'm saying though. He's in a poor position regardless because it's like he played 2 games, kept 2 clean sheets. All the fans are like, "Oh, McCrory, solution to your problem, McCrory." But if he comes in and plays absolutely horrific, oh, why are we playing McCrory? I mean, like unless he comes in and plays like prime Alan McGregor off the rip, he's just going to get slated. So, like, for me, McCrory's in a lose-lose position right now.
Right, guys,
You're either not getting this.
At half time, I'm going for another needed drink, and I'll be right back.
Mate, I'm very tempted to walk around to the shop and pick up more because I've had my last bottle there. Very tempted to walk around to the shop and pick up more. I don't want to just neck my good whiskey though, mate, as much as it would help the pain disappear. Oh man, this has been... Mate, this thing, it's like... As much as you hate it, can't even argue with any of the Celtic fans coming in here and ripping the piss out of us right now. We done it constantly during the 5 season of Everton, and like we gave it to them something awful, man. Like, and when we're playing like this, Jesus, man. Like, it's embarrassing to be out. Sands is the only one putting in effort. Caden, are you kidding me? The first goal was entirely Sands' fault. Thought you had enough drink in this. You're wrong. Ah, no, Gordon. I know. Not as high as it should be, to be honest with you. No, Jamie, I know. It's worrying. It's very, very worrying. Like, this is the thing. I love this club, and it fucking hurts seeing this shit. But at the same time, you need to be realistic about it as well. You know what I mean? So it hurts and it sucks and it's painful, and any fan of their team, if they were going through this, it would suck. But I don't want to look at it through blue-tinted glasses, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sit there and be delusional and be like, oh no, it's only 3-0, we can come out and win this 5-3 and we're going to go win the chat. Like, you know what I mean? Away to bet 3-4 Rangers, you love a whiskey. Robert, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love it if we pulled it back and won 4-3, but I just don't think Gio's got the mean streak in him. That's the issue. Gio doesn't have the mean streak in him to absolutely tear these players apart and tear them a new one. No heart or desire, look beaten lineup. Yep. Bassey, yes, Bassey started the game. Gio's not the answer. Nope, he definitely is not. Can we close the stadiums again? Hi, does someone fancy going out and spreading a new pandemic, please? So, someone want to start a new pandemic or something?
Can I close the stadiums? I mean, aye. Is Bassey playing? Yes, he is. He's dominating. He's dominating. Unsurprisingly. What the best bit? What's happening? We changed the teams yet? We're winning?
Hi mate, we just went 4-3 up, funnily enough. In my head. Right, I'm away to get a drink. I'll be right back.
I'm getting a wee update. Get you in a half time, mate. Will you shout at the players, mate? What do you even change at half time? What do you say? Will you cover in the Champions League group? I think I'll be. I won't be doing a watch along for the other ones. Magnus, unfortunately, I'll be at all of them. The only one I'm not sure on yet is the Napoli away. If I can get the travel sorted for that, I'll be in Naples as well for that one. But I go to all the home games, mate. So I don't do them. It's just the odd away game that I can't get to. I will be doing these for, mate. I mean, Jacko, yes, I'm bringing Chico, but that's not what would happen. What's going on? I mean, it's the effort, Paul, a bit. It's the effort. Can you pass the same with this, please? Gee, how defensive talk joke was to have Hayden. Hayden is where the captain was. That's one of my McCoy's to you at half time. Yeah. It's a bit weird tasting this because I've not had that in quite a while. I'm like, ooh, it's slightly different. I'm still going to go to Anfield. I think this will be a toughest game, but Ajax away for me is the toughest one with a current formed Liverpool. I feel like on paper our team must be giving them a good game. Tactics ain't it, mate. It is not it. Like I said, guys. Honestly, it's if Gio, you're not doing it tonight. If he drops any points to Pataudry, that's it. That's enough for me. Like straight the place for that and forget. Ajax Liverpool will be a really good game. Be a really good game actually. It's the styles to play. We'll just be lucky to get third place. I mean, they'd be lucky right now. Yeah, for sure. That's no doubt in that. They playing at this level, you're going to finish fourth, of course, yeah. Dalus is just away, probably the bathroom and getting a drink and stuff, mate, just for half time. I think he's actually running into the shop. I think Rangers have maybe drove him to go to the shop quickly. Drove him to carry it. I think that's been lucky to get a point. Yeah, Pataudry. I mean, it's a bit different level, but yeah. He needs to start thinking about their team and tweaking his own. Yeah. I mean, I get that a bit. I know at times you've got to a bit. I don't know, man. I don't know what you even do. To me, you start looking at the youth. It's like so many of our players don't have anyone right up their arse saying I'm trying to take your position. Like how many like in our team the now with our sales and everything, are you happy going, okay, yeah, I'd be happy with the bench guy coming on for that. But let's see if you just have a look. What do we see? This bench. our bench tonight, McGregor is no... with McCrory is... Yilmaz, you've spent that money and still not getting a game. Weird. Davies just coming back from an injury, could be alright. We don't know too much about him yet. Leon King, give the man a game. Divine,
as you can see, I was not joking about the shop run.
I said that. It says I think Rangers have drove me to carry it. Divine, I mean, Taz played like that first half. Why not? Ryan Jack, I don't think he improves it. Davis, don't think he improves it right now. Arthur, don't think he improves it right now. Matondo, is he better than Wright? It's similar, man, isn't it? It's similar. Morelos, I'd have him back on. Fashions the cal. I mean, you look at it. I tell you, by the way, Hadji is one thing. Dodgy, you've just said there, he's the old saying with the long term injuries, but he is going to be like a new signing. And he's someone that we are massively missing right now. Massively missing.
Sorry, who are we missing now?
Hadji.
Yep.
Hadji's playing his ticket. Hadji gives it a wee nod now because when he's back after the World Cup, mate. Actually, he's scheduled plan to be back by. I agree, Neil. I definitely agree. Well, that tastes weird.
Either someone wants out or Gio wanted to get rid of players but the board wouldn't back the funding, or there's something going on there.
Team of disgrace, speaking of the department, the board. Can't argue, mate. Can't argue. 2 bottles of wine, I mean, again, Jamie, mate, we don't blame you. There's no judgment here for running to the shop. But
Jamie, mate, I've literally just done the same thing, mate.
Mate, we're at Celtic capitulation stages, aren't we? I want Brendan Rodgers and a bag of can. What is it? Bag of cans and Brendan Rodgers back, guy. That's the stage we're at here. I thought she was different. So your thoughts on the first half? Horrendous. Horrendous but expected.
Wait, we've started playing?
Ajax were superb. We're nowhere near at level. What did you think of the game last night? Brilliant to watch. Madrid, just probably the best team in the world still right now. It's just sublime to watch them. Especially obviously tearing Celtic apart was fun to watch. Get you even saying we're skit. That was his newest thing, Johnny, and he said he mentioned about the money. I only watched that just before this game. But that's when you've got to start thinking about the board part, innit? Like if Gio's saying that, you're like, well, what's happening?
Well, I mean, mate, I'm not going to drop names.
It's not about that. Neil, if it was a one-time thing, if it's like we were playing well and you're getting hammered at half time, it's the perspective is we've looked shite for weeks, if not months, and this was just piling it on. That is the perspective, isn't it?
Mark, can't argue with that. Modric is outstanding to watch, man.
Modric is the best centre back of all time. He's the best centre back of all time, man. I know you've got the Xavi and Iniesta, Zidane debate. For me, Modric is the man. Oh, Leon King, half time. Nice.
Ooh.
That's us, we're going to win.
Take it. But, I mean, if you were to ask Steely's ideal Champions League final, it would be Rangers Madrid. But you're saying can't pick Rangers in that? I don't know who would. I know Madrid would be one of them. Who would be the other for you?
What is it? To watch this year, probably like Madrid, PSG or something.
Magnus was asking your ideal Champions League final.
Leon Tavernier taken off, King is on, and Matondo on. Okay, Matondo on for Wright and King for Tav. Okay, Ryan Jackson as well, good. Not that you're playing to try and win this game, but a bit of a statement to get the Cruisers out of the team. Oh, I forgot my timer.
Hopefully this is a wake-up call for Tav though as well, man.
So, Tillman, Scott Wright and Tav off. King does look like he's just slotting in at right back. Matondo's just playing right wing. And then Kamara's going up to play that kind of false 9 position in behind. Or the number 10. Damage limitation. Let's see what happens here.
Why are we not?
I think that's playing Managerial. I mean, if he is, then why?
We're 3-0 down at this point. Why are we not pressing them there? Why are we just sitting off and letting them walk the ball up the park? Like, at this point, we're 3-0 down. It doesn't matter. Just press them.
The other way about it is the now, Doug. It's for the league, in Champions League, but not going to win it. Yeah. I honestly think City are going to win it. I think Haaland will be just the game changer for City.
Kent just runs into...
Like 2 strikers. I mean, I said this at the weekend as well.
Your day after the Old Firm.
Like, what is the harm?
God forbid we play 2 strikers.
Like, you're 3-0 down and he still wants to keep playing this same thing. Why you not got Morelos and Chulak on? You know what I mean? Jeff, I would probably rinse your ears, mate. It's a good way to start with that comment. They're going to try to take on King.
And to be fair, Jeff, the two don't need to be mutually exclusive. That's the thing.
Don't you sometimes just want to support Alloa? Sometimes, mate. That was one of those afterthought things after it's all settled and you're sitting with a hangover in the morning and you're like, sometimes do you just wish you supported Alloa sometimes? Ivan, I can't unfortunately, the channel would just get shut down right away as soon as we put the game on.
Yeah.
Got a free kick. Chance at a little consolation. Borner's on it for the in swinger. He's just going to look. I thought he was just going to look to pass it short there.
I think it's going to go to Matondo now, right?
Golson's screaming for it. Ajax playing a very high line, edge of the D. It's a good ball on that, to be fair.
Golson held up well, to be fair.
Bassey actually does what a defender should do and gets in the way.
I was having a meltdown at half time in BT. Aye, Jeff, you're not. I can't blame him.
Fair comment, pal.
This is the thing, I was saying it as well when Steely was away at half time. I was saying it like, I don't want to sit here and look at it through blue tinted glasses. I want to be realistic about it. Ajax have played well, they've looked dangerous in every attack, but we have also been absolute. What's the most PG language I can use to describe it? That's the question I'm at right now. Aye. That's probably as PG as you'll get when it comes to describing it, man.
Done, well defended, Goldson.
Well done.
I wasn't Goldson that defended, sorry. Let me point that out if you can. Aye, David. Guff. I mean, that's a good PG word actually for it. Guff.
Aye.
True dodgy, mate. The mentality is shocking. But what do you expect when the majority of your squad is still the exact same and Goldson tells you everyone's lost the hunger? What do you expect?
The thing I don't get though, right? If fans can see it, how do the club staff not see it?
Do you know what I mean? Goldson trying his best to set up Ajax there. Passing the ball in a box, trying to get out a bit of a high Ajax press.
Please tell us in out players after half time. Oh, subs at half time. King came on, Matondo came on, and Jack came on. Tillman, Tavernier, and Wright came off, I believe, Reese, yeah? Tillman, Tavernier, Wright. Yeah. Yep. Ajax, I don't think they made any changes at the half, but then again, when you're 3-0 up, why would you?
I agree, Paul. I agree. Physically, strong players are sold. I mean, just shout.
True.
Everyone we play in Europe, they're all huge. See me play PSV, huge. I mean, it's not everything, but the physicality is still a big thing. It's not end all be all. I mean, look at, again, I'm not comparing us to them, but look at Prime Barca. They were all tiny. I mean, it's just no one can get near them. The technical ability, but then you look at what Burnley done in the Prem for so long. Had no technical ability so far, but it just bullied teams.
They were just brick walls. Aye. Sharp, they weren't they? I mean, outside of a few of them, their defenders were obviously bigger, because that's the thing, your defenders need to be a bit bigger. But Prime Barca, you try to tell me Xavi, Messi and all that were
Piqué's only a big guy.
Aye. That's what I'm trying to say. You try to tell me the likes of Xavi and Messi were brick walls. I know.
Danny Alves, Puyol, they're tiny. Well, tiny in football standards. The average height of the team was 5'7".
Where do we see us getting a first? Magnus, I'll be honest with you, playing like this, I don't know, mate. Our first 3 points.
I mean, the right team show up, the first 3 points will be an play at home, but if not, it's.
I mean,
who knows,
mate.
You play like this, you'll have 0. And there is, quite rightly in the Champions League, there is no dead teams. Do you know what I mean? Everyone is very, very good. You play like this,
you can talk about European. You can talk about European runs, whatever, Europa League final. Don't get me wrong, Europa League final, big achievement. But it's still nothing on Champions League.
Look at this here. See this point where you can't see this, but Kent getting the ball. Where is the options? Where's the overloads? Where's the see that there? That isn't players, that is tactics. That is a manager telling them what to do there. And it looks so poor.
I mean, I get what you're saying there. People could make the point, how do you know it's not just players not wanting to make the effort and getting forward? But if it was players not, you'd think there'd be at least one or maybe two of them flying up. But the fact that nobody is, it's got to be something for Gio that's saying, sit back so we don't get hit with the counter. Or something to that extent. You know what I mean? I mean, Jeff, you're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong. Rangers are better than this. The team need to hold themselves to a higher standard. The fans hold them to a higher standard. Everyone holds them to a high standard apart from the people in the boardroom and in the pitch, apparently.
It's only a very, very rare occasion that I do a live for an Old Firm game, mate. It's a very rare occasion, so that I don't get my channel shut down and my potty mouth.
Yeah, I think if we were live for the Old Firm this weekend, we'd probably both be in jail. Not.
How did Sam's not get subbed? Who we got, man? Davies just coming back off the injury. King's coming for Tav, and then that's you.
I mean, mate, I'll be honest with you. At this point, for me, move to a back three and just fly at them. We're 3-0 down anyway. Screw it. Go to a back three and fly at them. Do you think Bassey has the potential to become top level centre back, left back at a top level club like City or Real Madrid?
Yes. I only think about Ajax for a season or two. I think he'll move on again.
I think he has. I'm going to be very careful how I answer this. I think he has the potential, but I think it'll take the right manager and the right back room to bring it out in him. I think he'll perform very, very well, but to be like top level, it'll take us like the right manager and the right back room.
Divine I mean, it's a good point, Gordon. Could have put Divine at right back and then Sans come on the middle. Good point, to be fair.
Yeah.
But no, it's always all shaky.
Dundee, I can't argue with that. I think. I mean, do you think maybe that's it as well? Gio knows he's in his last legs. Gio's got to know, surely, right?
Take Kent off and put.
Good ball over the top.
Bergwijn, King. It's just the amount. Look at the amount of players that they bring forward. They look sad. I mean, that's probably true. Pearson, mate, it's part of the parcel of watching your football club. I mean, presuming you're a Celtic fan, you know all about it from a couple of seasons ago, mate.
Ups and downs with every club.
Just wondering, is there any reason I mean, there was rumours before the Old Firm that Tav had an injury. Gio said it was nonsense, but who knows? So. Yep. They're happy to sit and accept it. Loser mentality. You don't even want to try and come and make it 3-1, 3-2. Like, speaks to their mentality. It looks so bad going forward, it's not even funny.
Kieran, I can't argue with that, mate. If I was one of the fans that was flying over there, I would be I'll be honest, Reece, I'm kind of glad this was the first game of the group now, to be honest with you, at this point.
At least you'd had a good time before the game, mate.
Ah, true.
But one goal for something to say. I mean, I don't know if it's a celebration at this point, mate. It's a bit more of a way. The big saves I've had this year, Bassey passed on only chance.
I mean, I can't argue that. It genuinely seems like they're scared to play the youngsters. I mean, look at end of last season. Lowry, by far and away, looked like one of our best players when he actually got time on the pitch.
Honestly. But how many times did Lowry get a game and he looked like man in the match? I know he's been going fighting a bit of an injury, but... Fair, we've not even had one shot on target. You're right, mate. Mate, Matondo, what are you doing, pal? What is Jack like? I know I could say that for a lot of people, but see that there from Matondo? That I respect, right? Matondo's shite. But he lost the ball and he burst a gut to come back in and try and win the ball back. That is a little tiny bit of respect. Right? You're still shite, but you'd get respect for actually trying. Do you know what I mean? Like, see what seen with Tillman in that first half, when he lost the ball and just turned around and went, I'm not chasing that back. That is the unacceptable part.
Then 2 minutes later, you were screaming at Tav.
First yellow card. Yeah, imagine that, Owen, mate. Wouldn't be me. We were saying that I am all on board with the new manager, presuming we don't get all 3 points against Aberdeen. If we drop any points against Aberdeen, that's me definitely over the edge.
Aye, I'm on a cliff edge with Gio right now. Like, I'm very much on the edge of that cliff. Last season we looked poor domestically. Saved it with a good run in Europe. This season, what have we got to look forward to so far this season? More poor domestic and looking poor in Europe.
9 points. I mean, 9 points at Ajax if you're playing well is still a big ask, but somewhat doable. But not like this, mate. Not a chance.
Nah, this team loses out. If this team that played the way we've played this game, this team doesn't get a single point in this group.
At least Celtic got up a good fight against Real Madrid. I mean, I don't know if I would say 3-0 or whatever it was with Madrid taking their foot off the gas is a good fight, to be honest. I think it's just an absolute battering by a far superior team. The exact same thing that's happening tonight.
Yep.
See, what's the thought when you're going to players willing to bust their gut? It's that, Paul, mate. We've said it a couple of times in this stream. Mistakes you can live with. Lack of effort you cannot live with. So that's how you start talking about playing the youth, playing the Rangers supporters, playing to them in within the club. Get the effort first, then the rest. But lack of effort is just unacceptable.
I mean, what is it to say? Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
For 50 minutes you're the better side against Madrid, mate. Give it a rest, pal. Give it a rest. It's actually different. Of course they are, mate.
I mean, obviously, didn't watch the game just because I've got no interest in Madrid or Celtic, so didn't watch the game. But you'd think better team for 50 minutes, you should have at least got something at the game at that point, though, you know what I mean? Again, didn't watch the game. Didn't watch the game, so could be talking at my arse, but...
Okay, he's nearly scored a great goal there, Barry. Nearly.
Sheesh.
You can't compare this to yesterday. I mean, I think you can very much compare this to yesterday. It's two Scottish teams that don't have much of a right to be fighting on the Champions League stage with money, both getting battered off far superior teams. Exact same.
Magnus, that's just how it is with Rangers and Celtic, mate. That's just always how it is. Well done for Goldson there, man, getting across.
Get the ball and get it back every time, mate. Every time.
I wouldn't get KT maybe, but I don't know. I don't think Barry's got the managing chops for it, you know. I don't know.
Did you see that? Oh, let's see it. Andrew.
Yeah.
Don't know, man. There's guys that care, but have they got like the tactical ability? Because Gio should care. You know what I mean?
You'd think. You know what I mean? But
great ball in. Matondo, Kent doesn't do enough. It's a decent ball in. Great ball in for Matondo there. That's the sadly the best chance of the game.
Difficult one for Kent to get goal side of the defender there as well, man.
I think you do better.
Either that or you step off, come backside of the defender, let the ball come to you, you know what I mean?
It's all about Celtic laughing faces. I mean, to me, mate, it's a lot of Celtic fans in watching me, a Rangers fan, watching like.
Good save, McLaughlin.
Sometimes people need to think before the typing, but I know a lot of IQs aren't quite on the same level as mine, so I get it. Neil McCann, I mean, involved, but as main manager, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Bring back Michael Beale.
I tell you, that's a manager I would, by the way. Tell you now. If I could get Michael Beale tomorrow, I would take him 100%. You didn't seem to know how to fix your team apply for the job. I mean, I would if it was there, mate. I would get rejected, but I would. I would happily do it. I would happily play for them. I would happily manage them. You show me where the application is. Send me a link. Well, he said a lot, but not killed. Is that Gordon, mate? Is that?
I like that one, pause it, Bear. We don't need a tactical genius, we just need a steely determination to win. I like that, pause it. I like that. Ooh.
That's everything about it, Gordon. You try your ass off and lose or draw or whatever. Fair enough. What's the stuff on Twitter about you being at Celtic Park last night? I was in with the Madrid fans, sitting with Madrid legends and stuff, because I'm a Madrid fan that I speak to from my times going over to watch Real Madrid. Gave me his tickets for knitting, so went in and sat with him. Brilliant.
Right.
I think God, a football manager will take the job. I mean, I don't play that. I've not got that CV under my belt, actually. I've got plenty of playing experience. I've not got the managerial experience, to be fair.
Mate, let's get a league going in Football Manager. Come on.
I know.
Me, you and Mikey get a league going in Football Manager.
Mm. It's very true, Connor. The sad truth is we are miles behind everyone.
Also, Connor, I used to work for you guys.
Borna Barisic, by the way, that's a great goal on the right foot. Fair play to him, by the way. May it be a consolation, may it spark some sort of outstanding comeback, but whatever it is, it's a great goal. Borna Barisic on the right foot. Fair play to you, lad.
Well done, Borna. It's going to get called offside, though. I think it's going to get called offside. Kent looked off there.
I didn't see it. No, let's see. Let me see the replay before I
think
update.
it's offside, man. We just had the replay. I done media, done video for them, done media. This was like 8 years ago, something like that, though.
I didn't watch the first replay. I'm not happy with that. I mean, I don't know if it's much to be happy about, mate, if you're honest. A wee bit of consolation. Offside. Doesn't matter. No consolation. Oh, miles offside, man. Miles offside. How did that take so long? This is what people moan about VAR for. Great decision, should be offside, but mate, how far offside he was? Why does it take that long?
Could have called that with just a look at the replay. You didn't even need VAR for that, you know what I mean?
What was that, by the way? Like a solid minute of VAR?
Out that, aye?
Do you know what I mean? How's that not 10 seconds on with the game? And that's where people will moan about VAR.
Like, you know what I mean? It's people that have qualified for that, trained for that, took a good minute and a half or something to look at it, and I called it in the first replay that it was offside.
Yeah, as a joke most of them. I personally like VAR, just don't like how it's worked. It just needs the tweaking, man.
I mean, this is the
like
thing.
That
man.
moment there,
this is the thing.
like I know your armpit nonsense that like technically it is offside, but like see that when all that crap comes into play, it's just.
But this is the thing as well. Everyone talks about VARs is going to change so much about Scottish football, blah blah blah. VAR's only as good as the people that use it. If the people that are using it are still incompetent, you know what I mean? I definitely agree with that, Andrew. VAR took a lot of the atmosphere out of the game. Like,
just before message Mikey, Dan, sorry. I'm going to be on after Napoli and Liverpool, so if you're on, then...
Aye, no bother, mate.
I'll go and watch that, get my dinner and that stuff, and then I'll be on.
What time's
for
that
most
finish
of the
about?
night.
10, 11?
I'll be on for about 10 o'clock, yeah.
I should be on for about 10, half 10 then, alright?
Ex-players, I think so.
You've said that 100 like a lot in the chat. If you're talking about the Borna one, Kent was offside by a good 2 yards.
2 yards, 2 miles, whatever way. But it was
Pincher a mile, offside's offside.
Andrew Price said that there. I think it was maybe Sky Sports that mentioned it. Talking about not having refs as well, some refs, but some ex-players to get a feel for the game and talk about the games that make VAR decisions. So, not just a ref who doesn't know what it's like to play in the game. I know they're part of it, but don't play the game, don't have the same emotion. I feel like you should have ex-players, level-headed ex-players, that are... Can you imagine, I say level-headed and I'm talking Roy Keane in the same sentence, but imagine Roy Keane was doing... in a VAR room, he'd be like, no foul, play on, that's fine. But then if anything's a serious one, he'd be like, right, okay. If it's a soft one, he'd be like, we're playing a big contact sport.
How concerned are you? We've spent about 10 to 12 mil for Yilmaz, Davies and Matondo, and they haven't really shown anything very limited. I mean, I think the issue comes there, Stuart, as you've said, very limited minutes. We've spent all that money, but we don't want, they're not getting the time to show.
I think Matondo's had enough time, to be fair, to start trying to impress. Yilmaz and Davies haven't had enough time. When Yilmaz's been on, apart from looking like a very young child, looks alright. You know what I mean?
Magnus, 100%. I've said this a couple... I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on these watch-alongs, but I know I've spoken about it to people now and again. But refs 100% should do interviews after the game, justify decisions.
They should be doing a post-match interview.
100%. Refs should be having to justify their decisions as well.
Why do you think that?
Not only are the refs going to get held accountable at that point, but it's also going to stop the poor decision-making, or at least limit the poor decision-making in game.
Well, it's going to make them want to be better. See, if they're put on blast after every game, they're going to be like, right, I really need to improve my skills here to actually start getting these decisions right.
Well, you'd hope so.
I don't know.
You would hope so.
Unless they're just like Gollum and just want all the attention anyway, and they're just like, I'll just do more wrong. Get me on the telly. Matonda was bought. Yeah, a lot of people were saying Matonda was absolutely pissed for the Queen's game. It's funny as well. I've got my missus' family are Queen and South fans, and they were talking. They were so just different levels. So when you look at teams, they obviously think about it differently. But they were talking about how good Matonda looked against them, and all the Rangers fans are saying how bad he was. It's funny. But obviously, they're used to seeing a different level of play. Readabix, where are you, mate? Stephen Davis has just come on for Kamara.
That's it. Readabix is saying we're winning the game 22-3 now. Actually, we'll probably come out and say 22-0 because Davis is that good. Their 3 goals will get wiped off. Readabix, where are you, mate?
Everyone agree. I do not agree with you, mate.
See, Andrew, this is my thing, right?
I think Jake Paul will spark him out cold.
I
not saying whether I like him or dislike him or anything, but Jake Paul will spark him out cold.
I do not like Jake Paul. I am 1000% behind you on that one, Andrew. Cannot stand the guy. I wish we could have seen him got knocked out cold every fight he had. 100%. But I can't slight the effort and the desire the guys put in at the same time, you know what I mean?
Honestly.
I don't mind, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of him, but I don't mind Logan as much nowadays.
I'm a massive fan of Logan, and I very much respect Jake. That's my way to word it. What are we doing training?
Is that about breaking each other's hair for the look at?
Do some weights, mate. Do some weights and... I don't know. I've already seen improvement with Davison. Oh dear. Look at the state of this, by the way. 4-0, mate. Honestly, it does just become comical, doesn't it? Like, the state of how bad that is. Here you go, Ajax. have another goal. We're at the stage now that we're just giving teams goals just for the fun of it, like, honestly.
Bergwin's celebrating, but he's laughing because he gave himself cramp with his celebration.
Is that Ryan Jack? Who just moaned about the quality a couple of seconds ago? Ryan Jack plays a perfect through ball to Bergwijn. Yes, you heard that right. Ryan Jack plays a perfect pass to Bergwijn. Like, honestly, man. Like,
what a through ball that is, by
the way.
And
I tell you as well, by the way.
Actually, aye.
Honestly,
Jesus.
What a pass. See, after his injury, wow. He looks bang average. Average Ryan Jack does. It looks like, Ryan Jack looks like an Aberdeen player. That's what he looks like. He looks like an Aberdeen player.
To be honest with you.
After his injuries. Like, Ajax, you've scored too many goals, I need to...
Gordon, I think you're right in that one, mate. That might just be the best pass Ryan Jack has ever made.
Honestly, by the way, that is maybe the best pass I've ever... Oh, no. To give Ryan Jack credit, his pass to Defoe against Livingston. Defoe took that one-touch finish.
Aye.
That's Ryan Jack's best ever pass. But his
That's probably his second best pass.
That's the second best pass he's ever played in his career.
Rangers fans are away. They've seen enough. Can't blame them.
Rangers embarrassing Scottish football in Europe again.
Aye, but Mikhail, you're saying Davis gets slagged for his age, Modric doesn't. Modric is playing at the best club in the world, looking like one of their best players, and is arguably the best centre mid in the world. There's levels upon levels and levels within levels between them. You can't even compare.
That was who that scored that, innit? I'm trying to think now. I'm like, it was.
I think so.
No. I know it was him that scored that. I mean, Defoe's goal.
Aye, was it not the big long looping pass and Defoe literally just hit it on the bounce into the corner?
Thingy, but I'm just going to double check.
I'm sure it was.
I remember it being Jack. Well, let's see. Let me watch this. This will be more entertaining. Is this Tav? Nah, this one's Tav. The one I'm thinking of is Jack's against... It was Marseille, where he set up Candace. That's what it was. Calvin Bassey looking to try and get a goal.
Go on, Calvin.
Don't take the piss.
Go on, Calvin. I don't care. Go on, Calvin. I'm done at this point. At least gives something to be happy about. A player still loves doing something.
Nah, I don't want Dyche's manager. Oh, no thanks. See this one. That's Ryan Jack. That's the one I was thinking of.
David, you try to say this performance isn't embarrassing though? Like, I don't give a
I mean, the actual one performance is embarrassing, but they've got a cheek to talk, mate. I know what you're talking about, yeah. They're the first team in history to get knocked out of 3 European competitions in 1 year. Like,
I get where you're coming from.
They're all like that, mate.
But you can't say this isn't embarrassing. It's bad.
But the thing about Celtic is all their fans, they all hate Rangers more than they love Celtic, and that is like just an absolute fact.
But the question I've got is, why are you even paying them any mind? Like, it doesn't matter.
Right. So, other football tonight. What's happening? But back this great decision, mate. Liverpool and Napoli tonight. Let's talk about it.
Let's. Should we just continue the watch along into that instead? Maybe be a bit happy about something.
In Napoli, I think I'm going to go with a 2-1 Napoli tonight.
Oh.
Campos looking to make it 5 to get my prediction right. Go on. Mm. Two Liverpool. Tough game. But did you see the warning that the Liverpool Twitter's put out to their fans? It's like, we strongly urge, do not, because you know Napoli's just got like some of the most mental hooligans about. They just literally just stab folk for fun. Is the Liverpool official put out saying, don't gather in the city centre. You are at extreme risk of being robbed, mugged, like assaulted. Like, actually having to put that out is mental, man.
I just don't like. I just genuinely don't understand how people can go that far with it, man. I just don't have the mentality for it. To harm another human being over a game of football, like, I don't get it.
No one you've had any provoking at all. No, just because he's going to try and find someone innocent and have a go. Someone's standing in front of you and going, winding you up and going blah blah blah. Then come on then.
I mean,
like,
obviously there's context in that, but literally just going out looking, I just don't understand it.
No, just cause, do you know what I mean? Because you see it in social media all the time. The people that speak how they do, you know what I mean? If they spoke like that in front of someone's face, they'll get their jaw took clean off, do you know what I mean? But they don't, because they're comfy, the keyboards.
To be fair, Gordon, like, mentally, I get where you're at. I'd love to grab a few of them by the scruff of the neck and be like, here, what the fuck was that? But would I ever actually do it? No. Mentally, do I want to? Aye. But that's what I mean. I have that limit in me where I just... Doesn't matter how much mentally I would want to hurt someone, I've just got that limit in me where I couldn't actually do it.
Why Sam's getting a game time at centre half? What have we got him, man? Davies injured. King's your one to...
King's on it right back now, so... Got rid of Balogun. Still don't understand that decision.
I'm not on my keyboard. Well, mate, fair play to you for typing that without your keyboard down, by the way. That's outstanding, by the way, pal. Honestly. You are magic. In fact, If you're saying you want to come and slap me, I don't want anything to do with you, because you're obviously a magician. I obviously couldn't touch you. That is a magician there. Typing without being on the keyboard, that's a magician right there. I want nothing to do with that. I've just heard Hannah sniggering away at that dance. I think 90th minute. We're nearly done. Nearly done, folks.
Jesus, man.
Three minutes added on. Tadic's looking to try and get a fifth. Electric atmosphere.
I think
in the
what
stadium.
Matthew meant is he's not at his computer. He's still using the keyboard on his phone. He's just not at his computer. As you know, English being able to actually describe things properly helps. You're still using a keyboard on a phone.
Oh my god, we've shoved 3 passes together in an Ajax half. Did you see that? See that, Dalus?
Nah, mate.
Oh,
to be honest with you.
You've just missed the best part of the game, then, mate.
Oh no, what a shame. Looked like we spent the afternoon in a coffee shop. Looked like we spent the afternoon doing a lot more than that.
Now, by the way, like you've backed the players again. Oh, Kent, consolation! Nope, because Kent cannot finish. Oh, mate, honestly, what a banter player,
bruh. Genuinely, I think that was going easily like 5 yards wide.
Honestly,
the other side of the goal.
Finishing is horrendous.
Oh, aye, 100%. It was going right, Chris. It was
Michael Carey could take that now. That's a boy to take. What's he up to?
Thanks for the game, lads. Good luck with your other fixtures, etc. At Ajax.
Thank you, Magnus.
Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate the chat. It's always nice when someone comes in. You actually get to have a good chat about football and have a laugh. So appreciate it, man. Have a good night.
Literally, Grant. Honestly.
Connor, can't blame you.
He's gave them the faith here. So there we are, full time. He has gave them faith. He's backed them. 10 out of them players that could have all been benched started here today, and they've put in an embarrassing performance against a far better Ajax team. Yes, technically they're far better, but the effort is the thing that you cannot accept that level of effort for them players. I'd be very interested to see the team against Aberdeen. I would change the majority of it. I would go mostly youth for the game, and you go for there. If he does that, I'm like, okay, Gio actually wants to change something. If he plays these same players again, and they don't get 3 points, Gio's out.
Got to be. You've got to have some accountability. There's got to be accountability there, man.
Do you know what I mean? But because see if he did, like, change loads, we're like, right, okay, Gio is actually trying to change something here. But if he's just continuing to do the same stuff, do you know what I mean? It's the definition of a psychopath, isn't it?
Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Yeah. Amsterdam Arena. He is bouncing.
Well, congratulations to Ajax. Well done. Fair play. By far and away the better team on the night.
Yes.
As a Rangers fan,
the better team, no complaints except the players' efforts.
Yep.
But folks, for now, thank you to every single person being here. Over 300 viewers. All the Rangers fans, the regulars, thank you very much. You know, see all the same faces in here. We appreciate you all being in here. Celtic fans, you help the channel grow. You help my name get out there more. You help everything. You just come in and get blocked and keep the viewers up. It's thank you. Still, you're. Thank you to every single person that's been in here. At least your away fans get a trip to lovely Amsterdam. I mean, most of us stayed in Amsterdam for the Eindhoven game, Magnus, as well. That's what I done when I went over to Eindhoven.
Gordon, have a good night, mate.
Forget as well, guys. Down in the description, you'll see Dallas's links as well. Go and drop him a follow, and we will be back to see where this team goes next on Saturday at Pittodrie.
Oh God, let's just hope it's up. Let's just hope.